Leather Up will keep you safe while looking great with a huge selection of armored and casual flannel shirts. From beaded to sleeveless, Leather Up's got badass gear for all riders and all seasons. Leather Up with 3.5 million customers since 1999. Iconic biker brands like Milwaukee Leather and Hot Leathers to give you the largest selections anywhere. Comfort, variety, classic styling, and affordability with free same-day shipping on orders over $100. Visit leatherup.com and use the promo code MAYHEM for 20% off.
What's up, everybody? I am here with the honor of sitting with Afghanistan, Iraq, Desert Storm, and what was your role? What was your title?
I'm a retired Navy SEAL.
Retired Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
Okay, honored to meet you.
Yep.
Bill Marshall.
Yes.
Very nice to meet you. So it's Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
Okay. You served, wow, how long have you been serving for?
30 years. I retired in 2006.
Tell us the story. Tell us what you experienced.
Actually the first 6 years I was in the Navy. I was in Naval Aviation, and then I converted to SEAL. And so I've been serving 24 years as a SEAL. So deployments throughout the world, but only 3 I could fit on my hat. There were places like Kosovo and Libya and places like that, but it's hard to speak about because you did have people that you served with and alongside that were killed in action.
Right.
And then there's good friends that, even though they survived and started living a life afterwards,
Right.
pass away for a variety of different reasons. So this weekend is a weekend to honor them.
Right. Not just about barbecues. It's about
Yes.
honoring them.
And I love those that support them, motorcyclists, truckers, that support our veterans.
Sure.
We don't get a month, we get a day.
That's right.
So, but it's not about us. It's about our families. It's about fellow Americans and our way of life, the Constitution, and that's what we swore an oath to. And my allegiance to the country and my oath has never expired. I still serve people, and will always be willing to serve again.
Wow. So thank you for your service.
You're welcome.
I mean,
It was an honor.
this weekend, again, it's about remembering. It's not about barbecues and hot dogs and hamburgers.
Absolutely.
But, and Veterans Day is about you, because you're a vet. And again, I want to thank you so much. It's an honor sitting here with you, sir.
Yes, sir. I
All right?
appreciate it.
All right, have a great day now.
God
right?
bless.
Bye. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Motorcycle Mayhem Radio. It is Memorial Day, and that fine gentleman I was sitting with when I was on my runs from Baltimore to New Haven, the hotel I stay in up in New Haven in Connecticut, he was actually having breakfast. So I sat with him,
Nice.
talking with him. Bill Marshall, amazing man.
I was gonna say, seems like a really good guy.
He was an awesome guy, man. So
humble.
humble, very.
Yeah.
And he's been to a lot of places. So today's Memorial Day. We got Chris Beckett's in the house. What's up, Chris?
What's happening, Johnny?
We have Irish Pat. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Johnny?
Wayne Forte.
Evening.
We have Michael who's over there.
Hello.
Enjoying his time back from the DRR. So today is Memorial Day, so why not? Of course. And one of the reasons why we're here today, because we have an amazing veteran with us. We have Mr. Tony Price. What's up, Tony? How you doing?
Token squid to you.
Token squid. Now, Tony comes to the studio every Memorial Day for the last 3 years now.
Has it been 3?
3 years, yeah.
Seems like 20.
It drags like 30.
Yeah.
We're not sick of you yet. I don't know if we're going to be here next year for you, but
I'd be more worried about it the other way around.
Also important to note that I come here on Memorial Day
yes,
on my motorcycle.
that's right.
In the
My
rain.
motorcycle is parked right outside
And
the door.
you deal in that rain. You should have sent me that picture.
Yeah.
I should have had that picture. I don't know if I can get it now, but try to send it to me.
I'll try to send it to you.
We'll see if I get it up there. But Tony riding in the rain, all the way
Riding
from
in the rain.
Minnesota.
Well, indirectly, but yeah, from Minnesota.
Right.
Minneapolis, Minnesota, indirectly.
You come here every year, pretty much.
I make it a point to go. I leave Minneapolis on the Tuesday, like 7 days ago, right? That was a Tuesday, 7
Yep.
days ago, right? I leave on Tuesday. I leave Minneapolis. Tuesday night, I make it to Michigan City, Indiana, which is just 40 miles or so from Chicago. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's not even that far. And then on Wednesday night, I make it to a place called Brookville, Ohio,
Okay.
which is just 10 or 15 miles from Dayton. And then on Thursday night, we make it to a place called Bridgeport, West Virginia.
Wow.
And
okay.
then Friday, we make it to Washington, D.C., where we spend the weekend.
Nice.
Wow, okay.
And then this morning, I left Washington, D.C., and came all the way up here. And I had a great ride until I hit New York.
Shocker.
We
don't believe you.
That's what happens when you're in New York. Usually.
Yeah, it's
I don't care what you're driving.
Oh, that's true.
I don't remember getting bad weather in the last couple years that I came out here.
No, it's been
Yeah,
nice.
I
From
think
what I remember, it's
I
been
think
nice.
It's been pretty nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got torrential downpours.
It must have been Sucky to be writing in, yes.
Sight to see.
Really? Is that the strongest word you can
That's
come
like,
up with?
I'm trying to be respectful. It is Memorial
You
Day.
should have that picture now, by the way.
Let me look to see if I have that. See if I can get it up there.
Yeah.
But,
Incidentally, I need to make a little correction because I heard you say at the beginning it's Memorial Day when we honor all who served.
Right.
That's incorrect.
Correct.
Memorial Day is when we honor all who gave their lives
That's right.
for us. Veterans Day is November 11th. That's when we honor all who served.
Okay.
The Marine birthday party is November 10th. That's when we get to get drunk and buy Marines all the drinks.
Right.
That's it. And if you've not been to a Marine birthday party,
No.
you ain't been to a party.
So why don't you tell us about it?
That's how I got my road name, Token Squid,
Oh,
because
really?
I'm a Navy veteran.
Okay.
But I've been going to the same Marine birthday party every November 10th for about 11 or 12 years. And about 7 or 8 years ago, the guy who hosts the party, retired Lieutenant Colonel Bob Stephenson. He's been hosting the party now for 20 years. Anyway, he was on the radio promoting the thing, and he told the disc jockey that I would be there because the disc jockey knew who I was. And he said, yeah, Tony's going to be there. He's our token squid.
Nice.
He said, I'm the only Navy guy who shows up at the Marine birthday party.
Well, that's
But
an
there's,
interesting thing.
you know, you hear about, and none of you guys are veterans, right?
No.
Nope.
No.
I'm the only vet in the room. There is an unspoken understanding with veterans. You put two vets together in a grocery store, at a gas pump, at a bar, doesn't make any difference. They just have an automatic click. But that automatic click is taken to another level when they're Marines. Bob Stephenson often says in his little speech at the birthday party, he says, the Army is filled with soldiers, the Navy is filled with sailors, the Air Force has airmen, but the Marines have Marines. And they're the only branch of service that once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine.
Wow. Okay.
So it's a different level of camaraderie when it comes to the Marine Corps. But anyway, I just wanted to make that slight adjustment to your definition of
Important.
Memorial Day.
Very
Thank you.
important.
And the truth of the matter is, none of us could even sit in this room and pig out on the dinner that you provided us with before the show, or have the show.
Right.
I couldn't ride my motorcycle if it wasn't for the fallen heroes.
You're
story.
absolutely correct with that. And we
That's
do.
all I've ever wanted to be, is absolutely, absolutely, absolutely correct.
And we thank you. And we thank you for your services.
Well, thanks for being an American worth fighting for.
Thank you.
See, somebody believes in you.
I know. Hey.
That's
We
one.
finally got
we
one.
We got all night. Let me take that a step farther. My war was Desert Storm, Operation Desert Storm, 1991. Desert Storm was necessary as a war, not because we Americans needed to police the world and go kick Iraq out of Kuwait. It wasn't about that. The reason that war was necessary is because it changed the citizens' perspective of the military.
Okay.
Prior to that, the military was still shunned by the run-of-the-mill civilians. It was left over from Vietnam. And what happened in Vietnam, and the way those guys were treated when they came home, is
Horrible.
astoundingly
Hideous.
bad. Interesting side note. Let me ask you, Johnny, were there more volunteers or draftees in World War II?
I'm going with volunteers.
Were there more volunteers or draftees in Vietnam?
I'm going to say they were draftees.
You're wrong on both counts.
Am I really?
You're wrong on both counts.
Really?
Yes, there were more volunteers. There was 65% of the military in Vietnam were volunteers.
Really?
Yeah. Awesome. So, and then to have those guys come home, and I have personal stories. I've talked to so many Vietnam veterans. I'm very blessed that I've had so many opportunities to talk to Vietnam veterans, but I can tell you so many stories of guys who, a specific story, was in the Navy, he's wearing his dress whites, right, with the little Dixie cup on, and he's getting off the airplane, and back then in 68, 69, they didn't have terminals at the airports the way they do now. You landed on the tarmac, you walked down the steps, and you walked across the parking lot. And they had fences up to keep people out, but this guy's wearing his dress whites, coming home from the Navy, lands in San Francisco, and gets off the airplane. He says, "Oh, look, there's a group of people over there to welcome me home." And so he walks over kind of close to the fence, and they start squirting him with syringes filled with blood.
Oh,
And they throw water balloons at him that are filled with urine,
Nice.
Why?
Nice.
because that's the way they protested the war.
wow.
Interesting side note, Biden was in on that. Let's not talk politics.
Well, we're off the air. Look at that. You know that's going to happen.
Wait 5
So anyway,
seconds.
that
All
was
right,
the-
now we can.
Yeah, that was the big thing about Desert Storm was it changed the way the citizens viewed the boots on the ground.
In a good way.
Okay.
Yeah.
In a
Absolutely.
positive way, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
still actually have a long way to go. I still hear stories every now and then of an 80-year-old guy goes to a parking spot at the mall or something, and he pulled in front of somebody else, and he got out of his car, and the woman rolled down her window and started yelling at him for taking his parking spot, and he just pointed at his license plate. It said Vietnam veteran on it.
But
He just pointed at his license plate, and she said, "Oh yeah, baby killer," and then she drove away.
really,
This was like 2 years ago.
that's unbelievable.
So
crazy.
there are still some elements.
Bit of people out there.
You know what? They're probably all old and they don't know any better.
I'm
Yep.
sure.
We're not going to be able to change very much of that.
No.
But the way the military has been treated has changed a great deal for the good. And that's really important that we continue to do that. Because they're just like you. They're just like him. And, they're just people. And why should they be mistreated? Because they were following orders.
Right.
They should be
Correct.
praised for that.
Yeah.
They should be praised for that.
Well, they were doing what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, they just go
mean,
do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
We really need to make sure that we continue to support the boots on the ground, even if we disagree with the commander's orders.
Absolutely.
Well, you could still do both. You could disagree, and that's what we didn't do in Vietnam. Is you could disagree with the command, but like I said, the guys who were going there fighting, they have no say.
Yeah.
So why are you punishing them?
And at the end of the day, look what they did. I mean,
Yeah.
thank God they did what they did. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I was talking with a Vietnam veteran over the weekend, and he was telling me that he wrote a letter to Tom Brokaw and said, "You better double check which one is the greatest generation," because they were all draftees in World War II.
Oh boy. So let me ask you, Tony. You're part of the Gold Star Ride Foundation.
I'm the executive director. Yeah, that's
So why don't you tell everybody exactly it is what you do?
the Gold Star Ride Foundation. Oh, I love talking about this. The Gold Star Ride Foundation is a nonprofit organization, charity setup. I'm a co-founder and I'm the executive director. And the mission is to ride motorcycles all over the country to take care of and honor and support
Right.
the immediate family members of somebody who's killed in uniform.
Wow.
So that's what I get to do, and that's a large part of the ride that I was talking about before, where I made all those stops on the way out to D.C., and we got to honor a Gold Star family in D.C. this year. That's always a bonus. And I'm leaving here tomorrow, and I got 3 families I get to go visit tomorrow in Massachusetts.
And how long do
in
you
3
spend with
different cities,
How much time do you spend with each family?
as much as it takes.
Okay.
We don't put a clock. We don't have a stopwatch. When we get together with the families, it's really kind of neat how it happens, because we meet face to face for the first time. We've never spoken to each other. Well, we communicate a lot to set up the meeting,
Right.
but we've never met face to face before. So that's the first thing that happens. Oh, you're a stranger. And then we just sit down and let. It's kind of a grassroots kind of a thing. There's no, it's not like we stand up and say the Pledge of Allegiance or sing the national anthem or any of that kind of stuff.
Right.
We just sit down and see what happens, and we let the conversation be. It's very, very organic, and when it feels like it's time to go, then we just say, it kind of feels like it's time to go, and we hug each other goodbye. So far, I have never met a family that I didn't hug when I parted
Right.
company with them, and I'm still at the very least I'm friendly with all of them, and many of them have become my close personal friends.
Wow. So
Yeah.
what is your goal when you're with these people?
My goal is to help them carry the load for just a minute or two, and what that means is. I just drilled you guys and asked you if any of you were veterans. I don't know if any of you guys have lost a brother, sister, mom, or dad, son or daughter either. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've had a funeral like that.
No, I don't know.
But if you ever did have a funeral like that, it never goes away. The pain of this person isn't in your life anymore. That pain it never goes away. Never, never, never. Last year I rode out to Colorado, Minneapolis to Colorado, and that story will come up again because they sent you a picture, I think. Sent you a picture of me and another guy at the wall. But anyway, we went out to see this family, and I met a brother and a sister. And the brother was 65 and the sister was 68. And they lost their older brother in Vietnam. And within 90 seconds of me saying, "Hi, how are you? I'm Token Squid," they were in tears as if I just told them that their brother has died.
Wow.
So that stuff never, ever goes away. And I've met with a lot of Gold Star moms who lost their sons in Vietnam. And I can tell you it's the same for them. Your son was killed 50 years ago? Oh, you must be over that now. No, that's not the way it works. It never goes away. They just find different ways to cope with it. So what I'm trying to do when I meet with them is for at least the amount of time that we're sitting there together and we're talking, I'm going to help them carry it. And I'm going to make sure that the fallen hero is always remembered. Mm-hmm. That's a huge part of what we do, making sure that the fallen hero is remembered.
Wow. Tell us about this motorcycle.
It's got 2 wheels.
It's American flag motorcycle.
Goes from.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking over here and I don't see what you're looking at.
Because of delay. That's all the delay.
I sent you a picture of the red, white, and blue motorcycle.
Yes.
Okay, here's the backstory. Backstory is I wanted to do a publicity stunt a year ago, 14 months ago, more or less. Last week of February, first week of March. And the idea was to ride from the Atlantic Ocean in Jacksonville Beach, Florida, to the Pacific Ocean in San Diego, California, in less than 50 hours.
Wow.
That way, when I get to San Diego, I can say, "Hey, look what I did," and make the news and stuff like that.
Right.
Be invited to be on all those podcasts out there on the West Coast. It didn't happen. What ended up happening is I ran into a sandstorm in West Texas, and it blocked out the sun.
Wow.
And I had been riding in the rain for the previous 9 hours to get to that point.
Oh, jeez.
So now I have mud in my air cleaner, and the sandstorm is nasty because I'm riding without a
That's
helmet.
gotta hurt, too.
I don't have any face protection.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah.
BB needles.
So
Oh, yeah.
I pulled off the road and I asked somebody at the gas station, I said, how far west is this sandstorm? And I was in Van Horn, Texas, 100 miles from El Paso. And I said, how far west does it go? And they said, well, we hit it 30 miles east of Phoenix.
Oh, jeez.
So, okay, geography lesson. How far is it from 30 miles east of Phoenix to 100 miles east of El Paso?
About that much.
Yeah, it's about that much, right? That's a long ways. It's like 300 miles. It's a huge thing. Anyway, so I pulled off the road, rerouted everything. I changed everything, called it, and I started seeing Gold Star families the next day. Instead of going out to San Diego to see, and then starting to see Gold Star families on the way back to Florida, I started seeing Gold Star families the next day. About 10 days into the ride, I'm in Frisco, Texas, which is a northern suburb of Dallas. Geography lesson.
Yeah, here we go.
Northern suburb of Dallas.
Down.
And I meet with Gold Star mother.
Okay.
And this particular Gold Star mother holds a special place in my heart because she's also a retired Navy. So she did 20 years in the Navy. Wow. And her son grew up and he said, you know what, Mom? You did the Navy. I'm going to be a Marine. Anyway, he lost his life in 2011 in Afghanistan. And in 2013, 2 years later, as a way of making sure that her son's memory was never lost and forgotten, she bought herself a brand new 2013 Harley-Davidson Switchback.
Wow.
And she drove it straight from the Harley-Davidson dealership to the paint booth. And it took the artist 6 months to paint that motorcycle. And
Really?
that's all paint on that picture. That's not a wrap. Nothing on that thing is wrapped.
Wow.
And she said about 2 hours into our visit, which lasted about 4.5 hours. Remember, we don't have a time limit. We don't know when they're going to end. We're about 2 hours into it, and she said, I'm going to donate my motorcycle to your Gold Star Ride Foundation. And I had no idea what the motorcycle looked like at that moment.
Right.
And so I just said, thank you very much, because we get about 15 people a year will donate motorcycles to us. And I just figured it was just another motorcycle. Okay, I got another motorcycle I got to sell. And then we parted company. I left, went and finished. I ended up seeing 29 families, I think, on that ride.
Wow.
But that was March 2nd, 2023, somewhere within 5 days of March 2nd. Anyway, there's still 4 feet of snow on the ground in Minnesota. So when I get back to Minnesota, we're communicating back and forth, and I said, we're going to wait till the snow melts, and then I'll come and get it, because I can ride it, right? She said, yeah, you can. It's road ready. It's ready for the road. So we actually had all the paperwork done. I had a new Minnesota license plate in my hand and everything, and I flew down to Texas to get that motorcycle, and I Ubered to her house, and we're meeting outside her house, and, hi, how are you? It's good to see you again. Well, let's go look at this motorcycle. And then she opened the door, and I saw it for the first time.
Oh,
and I said,
amazing.
not going to sell this one. Not going to sell this one. And the reason I sent you that picture is because that motorcycle took first place in the Donnie Smith Bike Show on March 23rd or something like that, just this year.
That's pretty awesome.
2 months ago. The only changes I made to it, I don't know if you can even see the changes I made to it from the picture. I changed the derby covers so that it says Gold Star Ride Foundation.
Okay.
And I powder coated the wheels because they're 5-spoke mag wheels.
Oh, okay.
So I had them powder coated gold. Now they're gold stars.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
And I also added the air horn.
Beautiful.
Because,
Just
I
because-
don't ride a motorcycle that doesn't have a horn you can hear for a long ways. So yeah, those are the only changes I made. Everything else is exactly right. And then sorry I don't have more pictures of it because she had her son's image airbrushed at different stages in his life in the saddlebags. And she had underneath the license plate on the back fender, it's all paint, but there's a little black piece of paint with white letters in it that say killed in action and his name. Why am I'm drawing a blank on what his name is. Travis Nelson is his name. The day that he was killed in action is
Wow.
It's written on that back fender.
Well,
But I sent you that picture because I just love bragging about that. I don't know how familiar you are with the Donnie Smith Bike Show.
Yeah, I know Donnie Smith Bike Show, yep.
Yeah, so this was the 35th
Wow,
Donnie
yeah,
Smith.
it's a big bike
and
show.
they had about 1,000 bikes.
It's a huge bike show.
Yeah, it's huge.
Huge.
It's huge.
Huge. Huge. What's up, Keg? All right, listen. I want you to stay right there because we are going to go to commercial. And we'll be right back
All right, I'll wait here.
after these messages. Maybe not.
Do you want me to keep talking?
Leather Up will keep you safe while looking great with a huge selection of armored and casual flannel shirts. From beaded to sleeveless, Leather Up's got badass gear for all riders and all seasons. Leather Up with 3.5 million customers since 1999. Iconic biker brands like Milwaukee Leather and Hot Leathers to give you the largest selections anywhere. Comfort, variety, classic styling, and affordability with free same-day shipping on orders over $100. Visit leatherup.com and use the promo code MAYHEM for 20% off.
All right, we are back. So we had a little bit of an issue with the
Wow, that's really nice.
commercial there, but we'll come back to that in a second. So let's go to Chris real quick. And how was your weekend, Chris?
Well, it was actually very good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we did. We were actually doing the wreaths at Calverton, but we'll go to those pictures in a minute. I'm going to follow up from last week. Because last week was a busy week. We were up in Durham, New York. We were with the New York Abate, or should I say Abate of New York.
A-Bait.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if they say Abate in New York.
No.
But anyway, we were doing the Freedom Rally preparations on Sunday at Blackthorn. That where you get all members and stuff coming from across the country. Met up at Blackthorn, discussed the legislative agenda for the following day. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I could not stay for the ride to the Capitol. I ended up going down to the nation's capital. We went to D.C. on Monday. So we rode down to D.C., and then we met with 38 states that were represented, over 185 people.
The Bikers in the Beltway?
Bikers in the Beltway. Absolutely. It was amazing. It was great. It was probably one of the better years so far. We took the halls peacefully. We didn't make any headlines or anything, but we did get, our presence was duly noted. We got to meet with a lot of our elected officials and discuss some of the very important things that are on our agenda, to protect and to prevent. A lot of the things, key things, are the autonomous vehicles, the proper labeling of E15 fuel, and keeping E10 as well as the anti-profiling. We got to keep an eye on that, and a few other things, which is really pretty awesome. It was a beautiful day. Like I said, we had a lot of good turnout. It was definitely great. But then after that, it was back to business here on Long Island. So then we ended up going down to Calverton. We did the flags placement at Calverton Cemetery, which you should have a bunch of pictures up for that. There was another great day, great turnout. This time of the year, Memorial Day weekend, is the only time that every service man or woman gets recognized. Everybody gets a flag. The key to doing it is you dress the headstone, you say the person's name, thank them for the service, and place the flag. This way they do not die. Their name continues and it goes on. So their memories continue, you know.
Right.
Then there's numerous events that happened over the weekend. There was different ceremonies and services and stuff that were just so much over.
I was at a couple myself. Yep.
Yeah, it was a very heartfelt thing. I mean, it stinks, but it's a good thing, you know, to recognize everybody for what we did. Tony said earlier, you know, if it wasn't for our veterans, we wouldn't be doing what we do today.
Absolutely.
You know, so it was pretty good. It was really good stuff going on. And then we're planning ahead for next week. You know, we got a bunch of stuff going on this coming week. A bunch of stuff on the weekends coming up. We got different booths, and I know Twisted's got their thing going on. We got the another bike blessing we'll be set up at this weekend. And then it's crazy. We're doing
It's on. It's on now. I see Chris everywhere.
I didn't send you the flyer, but we have our Veterans Appreciation Run coming up too. That's June 9th. Kickstands, it's a 9:30 to 11. Kickstands up around 12:15, 12:30, because we have a little ceremony, which is amazing. Bill Quinn is the chair of that event. He's been doing it for many, many years, and he does a really great event. We recognize members from all the services. We present them with flags. Then we ride over to the Jordan Herder Bridge in Sag Harbor, which was another fellow that was killed in action. Then we reassemble at the base of the bridge and then go over parade style. The bridge is flag lined. Jordan's mom is on the bridge. Very emotional, very amazing. Tony can tell you the feeling that you get when this happens. You know, you're touching lives and stuff, and it's great. And then we're going over to Southampton Elks, which there'll be like a little after party celebration and stuff. And that's how we raise a good chunk of our money throughout the year for the veterans here on Long Island.
Excellent. Good job, Chris. So again, let's try this one more time. We'll be right back after these messages.
Leather Up will keep you safe while looking great with a huge selection of armored and casual flannel shirts. From beaded to sleeveless, Leather Up's got badass gear for all riders and all seasons. Leather Up, with 3.5 million customers since 1999. Iconic biker brands like Milwaukee Leather and Hot Leathers to give you the largest selections anywhere. Comfort, variety, classic styling, and affordability with free same-day shipping on orders over $100. Visit leatherup.com and use the promo code MAYHEM for 20% off.
There are so many awesome bike rallies all over this great country, which you can find at cyclefish.com. Check out cyclefish.com for a full schedule of events. Cyclefish.com. Please go to cyclefish.com for all the details.
Do you ride? I ride. Hi, Jim Lennick here from Lennick Law in Comac, your personal injury and estate planning attorneys for over 35 years. If you've been in a motorcycle or any type of accident, call us, 631-486-9500.
We all know that safety comes first, but you don't want to look like your parents are sending you on a bike ride. Here at Micro DOT Helmets, we're focused on lightweight DOT certified helmets that protect and still look great, so you don't have to look like that mushroom from Super Mario. If you do have an accident, we'll ship you a fresh new helmet. Real lifetime warranty, only at Micro DOT Helmets, a veteran-owned business.
Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery. Keys Love Jewelry, stainless steel jewelry for men and women at affordable pricing, guaranteed to never tarnish or turn. And Keys Cutlery, a cut above the rest, specializing in hunting, camping, fantasy, everyday use, and self-defense equipment for your personal safety. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery are both located inside Retro Relics at 2860 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York. That's inside Retro Relics at 2860 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York. Check their websites out at keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. That's keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. Got a question? Give them a call. 631-379-1781. That's 631-379-1781. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery.
It's the world's only motorcycle rally on a cruise ship. High Seas Rally, October 26th through November 2nd, sailing out of Tampa, Florida, with stops in Bimini, Freeport, Nassau, and Coco Cay in the Bahamas. 7 days of the most fun you'll ever have. Biker dress code, a bike vendor trade show, world-class parties, and this year you can win 4 in 24. Book your cabin now and you'll automatically be registered to win not 1 but 4 custom-built motorcycles, thanks to Law Tigers and High Seas Rally. We hope you're ready to rock. This year we welcome legendary frontman of Foreigner, Lou Graham, Dixon, Airball, our very own party band Steel Rod, and many more. There will also be special performances by the world's only biker comedy hypnotist, Gary Michaels. High Seas Rally, October 26th through November 2nd, benefiting the High Seas Rally Dialysis Fund and Wounded Warrior Project. Go to highseasrally.com to book your cabin now.
All right, we are back live. What's up, everybody? I want to shout out the Moonlight Pub. What's up, Anna, from the Moonlight Pub?
Hey,
out
Anna.
there in Floral Park. They're watching. They usually have us up on their YouTube channel, up on their screens at the bar.
You mean
So if
there's
you're
actually
at the-
people watching?
There's some people.
There's 3 or 4.
Yeah. So if you're at the Moonlight, man, what's up, everybody? So check it out, man. Why are we frozen over there?
I was going to say that's
that one camera's that's because it probably went off. That's why.
That's
But
one of
we're
the
back.
best pictures of you I've ever seen.
I know, it's frozen like that. I'm frozen.
good thing I cleaved my ear.
I know, right? I'm sorry about the poor quality of the show tonight. My son's laptop took a shit, so I had to put everything together quick. And yeah, that's what it looks like tonight.
And that's
so.
why the helmet is wearing the earphones.
That's right. So, we're talking about the High Seas Rally, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on the High Seas Rally. I went on last year. It was fantastic. It is a motorcycle event on a cruise ship, bro.
You get to take your bike?
No.
It's actually a biker
Just a
cruise.
picture.
It's a biker cruise is what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, it's not a motorcycle event. There used to be ones that you could bring
Years
your bike
ago.
on years ago.
But they do have show bikes on the boat ship. Sorry.
Much
Yeah.
better.
They got boats that
Much
hang
better.
off the ship.
Right.
Right? They
You're
got
learning.
You can
You
win
got to
bikes.
get the right terminology when you're talking to a sailor.
That's right. That's right. I forgot
It's
you were
it's
saying.
actually Thaler.
I don't like Tony.
You weren't in the service. You can't do that.
I can't. You're right.
So check it out, the High Seas Rally. If you use promo code Mayhem, you get $250 off. I mean, not off. You get it on ship credit. So you can use that in the casino. You can use that at the bar. You use that wherever you want on the ship. Go shopping. You get $250.
So
That's
for
like-
you, that would last about an hour at the bar.
Yeah. No, well, the food,
Half hour if you
the
shared
food's
it.
free. So,
The food, forget it.
He'll be there forever.
but anyway, so check out the High Seas Rally. Go to highseasrally.com and use Mayhem on the promo code. So, anyway, guys, so what do we eat? Did we actually eat like kings in the show? Do we not?
We
Absolutely.
did. We definitely did tonight.
We always
Kings of a very poor country.
yes.
The truth hurts.
Check out Fat Boys Burrito, everybody. Fat Boys Burrito is the best. Pat,
Oh God, yes,
Tacos?
absolutely.
Right? You like-
taco. Oh, I love tacos.
Yeah?
I
What,
love
what
the
do you get
tacos.
from Fat Boys, man?
Fat Boys. When I get from Fat Boys, I get the shrimp tacos.
Yeah.
Oh, those are good, and you have sometimes you put on a little buffalo spice on it.
Oh.
Oh.
We not eat here, man. So we go to Fat Boys Burrito, and we love it. You like the teriyaki steak over rice with pineapple?
You ever have that?
Sure.
Yeah. He's from Minnesota.
I was
Like,
just thinking
I never
that.
heard of that. You put
Yeah,
pineapple
I'm
and
a
steak
tourist
together?
here.
Can you spell teriyaki?
Yeah. T-E-R-Key. All right. There you go. So check out Fat Boys Burrito in Belmore, East Norport, Jericho, and Plainview, and soon to be in Levittown. So coming up. Also, which we ate tonight, was Gino's. Did you like the pizza?
I did. I
was
did
ama-
like the pizza.
That was amazing pizza, wasn't it? Gino's.
Pretty good.
They got amazing pizza, pasta, salads. They even got steak there. Check it all out. Gino's, Comac, Kings Park, Wisconsin, and Northport. Now, do you like steak?
I do.
We have the Texas Roadhouse. You have a Texas Roadhouse by you?
I have eaten at Texas Roadhouse many times.
Well,
In many parts of the country.
yeah, I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
We got a Texas Roadhouse right over here, 502 Comac Road in Deer Park. If you mention Mayhem, Motorcycle Mayhem to the waitress or waiter, you can get a free cactus bloom or fried pickles.
Spectacular.
So right
Yeah,
here,
it's worth the
this
ride.
I'm going for breakfast.
Now they open. They open around 3 o'clock, I think.
Oh, no wonder you sleep until 3.
There's that.
Exactly. They should have a brunch on Sunday.
They
That'd be
should, right?
awesome. Yeah.
So the Texas Roadhouse guys in
Go on
Deer Park
Sundays.
on Comac Road, 502 Comac Road. Again, mention Motorcycle Mayhem. Get your free cactus bloom or fried pickles.
That's a good deal.
So how about you, Pat? What do you got over there, brother?
What do I got? Well, like I said, for me this weekend I was in the city.
I saw that.
It was it was a blast. I get to go in at the crack of 7 or 8 instead of the crack of
You can say
5.
it.
Yeah, 5:30.
Crack of dawn. You can say it.
I wasn't even thinking that.
No. So I mean, and it was a good time. I got into the city like about 9. Didn't leave till 4.
What do you do there for? Because you don't drink, right?
No, I do not drink.
So, but you go to a bar.
I go to a bar, and I watch. And like I said, I watch soccer matches, which I'm a huge soccer fan.
Oh, you really?
Oh, love soccer. Absolutely love it. Well, like I said, I'm a big hockey fan too, and the sports are to me are very similar.
All right.
You okay over there? What the hell is that going?
The beans are kicking in. Go ahead.
Woo, poor Wayne.
Wayne's gonna have my hairline in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, it's bad over here.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god.
So and it was just, it was an absolute blaze. You wouldn't believe it. Like I said, the place was, like I said, 9 o'clock in the morning, and the place was packed already, full
Nice.
of people.
Yeah, that's
Oh
cool,
yeah.
man. That'd be cool.
I would say
yeah.
the two things with soccer and hockey, though, right now, at least the Rangers in soccer, they all dive the same.
Yes. Oh God. Yeah. Ironically, you say that because that was the team that I was watching on Saturday at the bar. That is their name, and yeah,
It's unbelievable.
it's funny how that name just goes with diving.
Yeah.
There are
bad.
some happy fans out there for the Rangers, I guess.
There is, and they should be. They're doing good.
The Texas Rangers? I guess. How about them Yankees? How about them Mets?
They're both
Let's
doing
just-
good. Subway Series, baby.
Wait. When I said how about the Mets, I don't mean they're doing good. I think they lost like 23 out of 30 games.
They haven't played 30 games yet.
Yeah. The Yankees are like 25 games over 500. Where are the Mets right now?
I will tell you in a minute.
Okay,
They're in New York.
Yeah,
They may not be. They may be on the road.
No,
Well, I know they
it was
did-
a
they
rain
did-
delay in Los
Really?
Angeles.
Did you see that play?
They did cancel tonight's game, but tomorrow is supposed to be a doubleheader, and it's
2 more losses.
and what
In a row.
I'm going to go to a Met game when they play the Ducks. That's what I'm going to do.
and what's
Yeah.
and what's good about tomorrow? Tomorrow it's a single game. It's a single ticket doubleheader, which they don't do
What is that?
anymore at all. Tomorrow's game it's City Field. I think City Field or LA. I don't know where it is, but it's going to be a single game doubleheader, which they don't do anymore because
What does a single game doubleheader mean?
what it meant single ticket. I'm
Buy
sorry.
one, get one
Oh,
free.
okay.
Single. I'm sorry. I'm saying single
well.
game. You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize. No, single ticket.
I
Single
know.
ticket
I know
doubleheader.
baseball my whole life. I never heard of that before.
So
Did you
yeah,
see the play? Right? What happened was there was the guy on first and second. Okay, 2 outs. It was the Detroit Tigers against Tampa Bay. The ball was popped up in the infield. They called the infield.
infield fly rule.
Right. The guy on second tapped, just grazed the second baseman, and they made the catch. Then they called the guy on second. The game was over. for interference. I was like, I think these umpires suck this year.
Oh, the umpires are horrible.
They're horrible this year. I mean, interference, and even the announcers were going nuts.
How do you call the infield fly rule and interference?
Yeah.
Go figure.
It's one or the other. You
Yeah,
can't have both.
I did see that. I did see that thing.
They saw that?
Yeah,
What
I
is
did.
this
I didn't
infield
see
fly
it, but-
rule? What is
Infield
it?
fly rule
Basically,
is
he can't
if
drop the
there's-
ball on purpose.
If there's less than
Right.
2 outs,
Right.
Yes.
and there are runners on the base and an infield pop up, it's an automatic out. Batter's automatically out.
Really?
Right. He
Because
can't make
they
it if he
can't-
drops the ball and get a double play.
Yeah, he
Right,
could.
because
He could
it
create a double
avoids
play.
that.
So does everybody get a trophy at the end of the year?
Everybody gets a
That's pretty awesome.
That's where you get.
participation.
That's crazy.
But you know what? I thought those the umpires are horrible.
It is.
You see,
You know what? That's in all sports, though. Definitely.
Oh,
With
yeah,
hockey right
everything
now, hockey's
NASCAR,
horrible.
NASCAR, they did the same
It's-
thing.
yeah.
They're tearing that up.
Oh no! But what do you think of other umpires? Do you know any of their names?
Hernandez.
That's where
Hernandez
I was going.
is
You
the
know that
only-
name.
He's the worst umpire in the history of baseball.
You don't know
Did
any.
you see the play where? I know there's a motorcycle show, but we're talking baseball right now.
Well, but that's what we do. We go to
Aaron
sports too.
Boone was standing
I
outside
thought
the
this was a
dugout.
commercial break.
Aaron Boone was standing outside the dugout, and he says something to the umpire. Hernandez says, "Say one more word to me, and you're out of here." So you see him on video, look at his nails. Guy in the fans in the stands yells something. Hernandez throws him out of the game. Who were we talking about? It wasn't me. It was the guy behind me. Didn't want to hear it. You're out.
Wow.
Their umpires are fucking horrible this year.
They're soft.
I
Oh, yes.
don't think you should
Very
go
good.
back.
Yes.
I think you should tell us how you
Yeah,
really
no,
feel.
he's got to see his therapist about this.
I love baseball. I hate the Mets. Well, I love baseball. Okay, I gotta say.
Well,
Well,
I have to sit
I've
to
been
say
known
when I
to
was
enjoy baseball.
I was out and about. I was out and about, and I did see somebody wearing a number 48 T-shirt for the Yankees with somebody's name on the back.
yep, of course. That's my cousin.
Has he hooked
Anthony
you up?
Rizzo is my brother, my cousin, my son. My son plays video games. Anthony Rizzo could have been my son. My son could have been Anthony Rizzo.
Imagine that.
I get Mike Rizzo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get ripped off.
No, don't say that.
I'm sure Michael feels
Because your
really good about
computer's
that.
never going to be fixed.
You know, there's an outside chance he's listening.
I doubt it.
No way. He's on a video game.
I don't think anyone's listening right now. But, you know, it's Memorial Day. We're only here because of you. Because we love you. You know what I'm saying?
That's so nice to hear.
I know.
You put that
That's
so
all
nicely.
that's all I've ever wanted is 4 people from Long Island, New York, to love me.
Love is in the air.
Hey, you know what? We honor you, man. You're
That's not what was in the air.
You're a
That's
very
John
special
Speaks.
guest to us to come in the studio.
I know, and I'd love to talk, but I don't have anything to say about baseball.
Oh, well, we're not talking baseball now. Now we're talking about
I will tell you that
Hockey.
Abner Doubleday didn't invent it.
what?
I learned that at Arlington National Cemetery.
What happened?
Doubleday was not the inventor of baseball.
I have no idea who was actually. I thought it was Wilson.
I thought you
don't know.
said you love baseball.
I do.
Then
I don't
how-
care.
Not
I don't
that
care.
much.
Can you not know who started
I don't
the
care
game?
who invented it. You know,
Oh, my
I care who
God.
plays
Oh
it.
my goodness. The show's disintegrating. I better save it. Let's talk more about Gold Star families.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk
Let's
more.
do that.
But we have no Louis Bag of Donuts tonight.
You have no
unfortunately,
donuts?
Well, he's part of the show, Louis Bag. He's a Florida guy who he goes around the whole state of Florida just about, and he gets these awesome bands that follow the show because music and motorcycles go together. So we interview these bands a lot too.
Unless
so
it's raining.
then that's you. That's where you come in.
That's why I turn off the radio and start listening for other traffic.
Yeah. So go ahead.
I want you to know my toes are still pruned
Well,
because of how wet I got.
it could be worse. It could be snow. Right?
Probably not, but okay.
No, his toes won't be wet. They'd be cold.
This is true.
Well, wet and cold because snow does melt.
There you go.
That's true.
There
Okay.
you go.
So
So go ahead. So
Which
continue.
story you want me to tell you next?
Whichever one.
Oh,
you'd like
here's a
to.
really fun one. On January 6th, speaking of snow and cold and riding
Riding.
motorcycles,
Oh, okay.
on January 6th this last year, so whatever it was, 5 months ago, I was the keynote speaker at Stella's 105th birthday.
Really?
That's awesome.
That is awesome because she's 105, but she's also the oldest Gold Star mother in the country.
That's
Probably,
impressive.
probably in history. And she's actually back home in Minnesota. She's still there. She lives by herself.
Wow.
Anyway, she's waiting for me to get back to Minnesota because I promised her I'd take her out for ribs.
Oh, boy.
So we got that to look forward to. So here's the fun part about this whole thing. So she's 105, and they had a birthday party for her, and they held it at a high school auditorium. And there's big 10-foot banners all over the auditorium that say "Happy 105th Stella." And there was quite a few dignitaries there, lawmakers and stuff like that. The mayor was there, and they had me come up to give kind of a keynote address. So I'm standing at the podium, and Stella's sitting in a chair right next to me. And
Stella!
I know what you're talking about, streetcar. Okay, so anyway, I said, Stella, it's so great to be here. Can I tell everybody how old you are? And she looked up at me and said, no.
Banners everywhere.
She's happy 105th. Anyway, the fun takeaway on that one was that I took that red, white, and blue motorcycle to Stella's birthday party.
Wow.
Very nice.
And because it was 10 below zero,
Right.
they let me bring the motorcycle into the school. So I got to actually ride the motorcycle up and down the hallways of the,
That's
of the high
every
school.
kid's dream.
There you go.
Yeah,
right.
that certainly
Yeah.
was one of mine. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool. So we're hoping to have Stella come as our guest of honor at our 5th annual Laugh Ride. Laugh, of course, is short for Long Ass Fundraiser.
Okay.
However, we don't do the Long Ass Fundraiser anymore. We kept the name because it's kind of cute.
Yeah, it's cool.
So we're going to do our 5th annual Laugh Ride. It's actually going to be about 60 miles.
Nice.
And we're hoping that Stella can come and be our guest of honor.
Nice.
At that particular event. So if you're not doing anything, the last Saturday in June, I believe that would be the 29th.
Probably close to it.
Yep. Stop up in the little town of Palmer, Minnesota, and we'll go for a little ride together. We're going to ride to the Harley dealership. The Harley dealership has got a band and a bunch of food going on, and they're giving us a crap load of door prizes. And then we're going to turn around and ride back to the Palmer house.
Nice.
Palmer, Minnesota.
Nice.
That will be our Laugh Ride. Oh, and did I sent you a picture of a gun, did I?
You did.
The gun is part of the prize package for our Laugh Ride.
That's nice.
That is cool.
So
Yeah.
what we're going to do, that gun is custom made by the Minnesota Sig Sauer representative, and he put that special wrap on there. So it's pretty close to one of a kind, but he made that gun for us. It's brand new, never been fired. What we're going to do during the ride is I'm going to get a deck of cards, and we'll sell a card for probably $25. And when we give you the card, you draw the card out, we tear it off, tear it in half. You get half, we get half. And at the end, when the cards are sold, then we pull one out, and the winner gets the weapon.
Wow.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Now, if you're out of state, how's that work? You got to get it shipped to a
You got to get it shipped to an
FFL.
dealership and all that kind of stuff?
Yep, FFL.
Sweet.
Yeah.
When is
so
that?
that's-
End of June?
End of June, yeah. Yeah, we had another one. I did a poker run in Southwest Ohio not very long ago. I think it was 2 Saturdays ago, and we gave away one there too. You can't
Nice.
win that one though. Somebody already got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I could Venmo you money or give you money? How do you get in on that?
You got to be there.
You have to be there.
You have to be there.
That's a helicopter ride.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you have a motorcycle?
I'm not riding there. I wouldn't make it.
We're talking it's the last weekend in June. The weather is not going to get any better throughout the course of
Well,
the year.
if you leave now, you probably make it.
Nah, I don't even about then. I really don't. Because all the shit I got to do in between.
There you go.
It'll
You
be
guys
there
make
when
me
you get
feel like
back.
I'm some kind of superstar because
Because you're
only-
retired and you can
only
do this.
willing to go 6 blocks.
What are you going to do? Yeah,
And you don't even ride in the rain. There's only one motorcycle out in the parking lot right now.
I rode in the rain. Not today, but I did.
Yeah, you rode in the rain while you were sleeping until 3, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
So you know what I was drinking? I was drinking. While I was sleeping. You drink?
I do.
Check this out real quick.
I've had an occasional.
All right. Check.
Ooh, that berry.
You good?
It's good. Very good.
She just tried the. You can hold it up.
Very good.
The Rockaberry from Rocka Vodka.
Rocka good.
Do you like it?
Yes. Very good.
Would you buy it?
Yes.
Cheers.
What do you think of that?
I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome,
I
right?
freaking love it.
This is Rocka Vodka. This is
Vodka
Bones.
is my middle name.
This is Bones' first shot of it. What do you think of that?
I say, give me another shot.
All right. You want to try the vodka myself?
Yeah. This shit's dangerous.
This here, we got Bones, and we got Smokey here from the Punishes, and they're trying the Rocka Vodka.
Woo!
And it's diet vodka.
Yes. No calories.
Like heaven.
Woo!
Yeah, you like it? Bottles, guys. These bottles are awesome. They are collector's items, man. I mean, aren't they beautiful? They're so cool looking, right?
Yeah, they are cool.
They look great behind your bar. They look great in a bar.
Yep.
At a restaurant. And they got these ready-to-drink cans, too, that are just a fantastic. They're not seltzery. They're regular drinks. Pour them over ice and forget about it. You'll love them. So check out Rocka Vodka. Go to Rocka Vodka, ROCAVAKA.com, rockavodka.com. You'll see a little map. You go on that map, and then you can see where they sell them. And go get your Rocka Vodka today. So,
Pretty awesome.
so anyway,
stuff.
we're sitting here with the one and only Mr. Price.
Token squid to you.
I'm sorry. Token squid.
Token squid. You know, I understand why you're being thrown off because I'm not wearing my
Your vest.
my cut.
Yeah.
And my cut has it says token squid right there, so you can always remember who I am. I'm not wearing that today. Well, there's a really good reason why I'm not wearing it today. It's because it weighs 45 pounds because of all the rainwater it collected. So I'll let you have a pass this time, but the next time will be the third time.
Right. Well, Token Squid.
There you go.
It's awesome that you're in here with us today.
Oh, you're just saying it because it's true.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying it because you gave me $20 to say it before. But it's always a pleasure to have you in the studio, man. It's awesome. To
That's
have
why I come here.
A vet with us.
Yeah.
on
Safe
Memorial
travels
Day.
tomorrow.
Absolutely.
So you're heading up to Connecticut tomorrow.
Massachusetts.
Connecticut and Massachusetts. Well, I'll go through Connecticut, but 3 stops in Massachusetts.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? We're going to do a book signing and a big party at a place called Huskies. Huskies Bar in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Ooh. Nice.
Nice to hear from you.
Is that the doorbell?
It's intelligent. You said so far today.
Anyway, that's Tuesday night. So cruise up to Worcester on Tuesday.
Okay. So Worcester, Mass.
Worcester, Mass.
That's a nice area.
Do you have anything going on in New Hampshire?
Not for a week or two.
All right, if you do,
Not
let me
doing
know.
the Laconia thing.
No, I know that. I have friends up in New Hampshire. We could probably put you in touch with some other people, too.
Oh, well, yeah, we can do that.
It's the Battle of the Beans over here.
There's no
We can do
battle.
that.
You win.
And of course, if anybody wants to come and help out, goldstarride.org is where you find me and you find our organization. If you follow us on Instagram or Facebook, you can get more up-to-date stuff. When I'm out on the road, I try to do about 4 video uploads a day where I just do something for about 30 seconds to a minute. And those things go to Instagram and Facebook. But there's a way to donate on the website, goldstarride.org.
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 Oh, right. So donate today, man. You guys deserve it. And,
Thank you.
We wish you luck. Don't you have a book out? You have a couple books,
Oh,
right?
yeah, there's a book. Where is it?
I have it.
It's over there.
You,
If it didn't fall
yeah, you
over.
keep it in here so you don't have to read it, right?
True.
If he stays over.
Book is called Yours Very Sincerely and Respectfully.
Well, this ain't it.
That one's only got pictures, Johnny.
It's got a picture of motorcycle handlebars on the cover, and mostly blue. It's called Yours Very Sincerely and Respectfully. I do have every intention of writing the sequel later this summer. But yeah, that's the book is the story of the first ride that I did.
Well, it's back here somewhere. We have it. So guys, talk about it.
First ride that I did, I went to people and I said, we need to do a national motorcycle ride to honor Gold Star families, and everybody would laugh at me. And they'd say, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. But I did that first ride. The first ride, I averaged 307 miles a day, 7 days a week for 8 solid weeks.
Wow.
I made it to 44 states. I met with 64 Gold Star families in 56 days.
Wow.
And when I got home from that, first ride, I spent a little time making sure my wife still loved me. And after 30 days, she let me back in the house.
Okay.
And then I sat down and I wrote that book.
Nice.
Incidentally, that was the first ride. I'm currently in the middle of ride number, drum roll. Can you guess?
100.
57.
I was going to say that. 'Cause I was
57
thinking
and 5.5
I was thinking
years.
about ketchup. So
As in,
Heinz.
interesting side note, I was looking it up someplace and I saw it. Last year when I was here, I was on ride number 48.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I've been averaging about 10 rides a year.
Wow.
I've been averaging somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 families a year. I'm up to 518 families that I've now met with.
That's pretty awesome.
And the stories of the families are even more wild and unbelievable than the stories of my riding.
Wow.
So can I share just one? Can I share
Absolutely.
just one? It's my show, right?
It's your show.
So I was doing this. I was riding through the Midwest, and it was super hot. And it was on like day 25 of this ride, and it was super hot. And every stoplight that I came to was murderous. You know what I'm talking about when it's super hot and you just can't get off because you got a mission. You got to keep going. You got to keep putting miles on. Anyway, that was the conditions I was in, and I had received an email from a woman who said, "You need to meet my best friend. She's a Gold Star mom." I said, "All right, you set it up. I'll be there in 2 days, and I'm going to meet with some other families at the same time, so we'll have a little party." And we did that, and we met at lunchtime, and we're all sitting around the table at this restaurant. We're all having something to eat, and suddenly she just stops eating, and she looks at me, and she says, "I just don't understand why my son would take his own life."
Right.
And I said, "He didn't take his own life. That was a sniper's bullet from 7,000 miles away."
Right.
And she burst into tears, and everybody was crying. And then we went back to, should have got French fries with that. And boy, those onion rings look good. And, the convivial, crappy, weird small talk that you make when you don't know who you're having lunch with. There was a lot of that. And an hour and a half later, 2 hours later, something like that, I got back on a motorcycle and down the road I went. And 6 days later, I was probably 2,000 miles away. I had already met with another 6 or 8 families. I check into this cheesy little hotel, and I turn on my laptop to check my emails. And I got an email from the same best friend that originally said, "You need to meet my best friend. She's a Gold Star mom."
Right. Wow.
And the email said, "Your visit here was the greatest thing that could have ever happened."
Wow.
That's awesome, ain't it?
Because later that day, she went home and tore up her own suicide note.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's unbelievable.
That was a few years ago, but she and I, you remember earlier I said I stay friendly with everybody, and some of them are really good friends.
Yeah.
She's become one of my really good friends. I just talked to her a couple days ago.
Oh, okay, good.
Jeez.
That's awesome, man.
So that's the kind of
That's
work
what
that
you
we
do.
And man, you get me talking about these stories. There's just so many of them. How much time you got?
I don't know how you remember.
The show ended 3 minutes ago, but that's okay.
This is just between us now.
Okay, goldstarride.org.
It's a Tony Price show now.
I appreciate the forum.
Yes. Well, you're always appreciated. We appreciate you. You're always welcome here.
It seems like last year it was a 2-hour show.
Because you made it that
The year
way.
before it was a 3-hour show.
And you made it that way, too.
Do you ride alone? Like, does guys jump in with you a lot or anything like that? Like,
both of those things. I mean, I ride alone. Like, I rode alone from D.C. to here today. And I'll ride alone to Massachusetts tomorrow. But when I get there, I have put the word out. I'm going to be there. I'm going to meet a Gold Star family. And I target the military fraternities, American Legion riders, groups like that. And they say, anybody who wants to come, we'll stage here, we'll meet in your parking lot, and then we'll all go together.
Okay.
So we
That's
do
pretty
that.
cool.
And that's all, like,
Yeah.
you could, like, on your Facebook page or something like that, they could always get how to follow that.
That's in a perfect world.
Yeah.
Remember I said I was the executive director?
Yeah.
That translates to I have to do all the
Everything.
work.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah, so
might
I've been
not happen.
I've been on the road for a couple of weeks, so the website might not be as up to date as we want it to be. But the best way to get the most up-to-date stuff is to follow us on Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because then you get those. Earlier today, I put up a 1-minute video when I stopped for lunch, and I told you you asked me if I was hungry. I just ate. Anyway, that's the way we do that.
Oh, awesome.
Interesting.
I asked if you were hungry. I was hungry. I'm still hungry.
You're always hungry.
Yeah.
You have a tapeworm.
You're always hungry, except when you're sleeping until 3.
Exactly. Let me talk about Rock and Roll for a Cure with you for a second. Rock and Roll for a Cure is a breast cancer charity, okay, 501, and they raise money to every other weekend they go out and they deliver medicine, food, whatever it might be, to the breast cancer patients. Could be man or woman, all right? So we are raffling off this beautiful 2024 Harley Davidson Street Bob 114. Okay? $100 per chance. There's only 300 chances.
That's a good deal.
Now, here's the deal. You're $100, okay? You want to win the bike. Hey, it's $100. Not only can you win the bike, there's 20 other prizes that go with it. So you can win a leather jacket, a vest, and the bike. Maybe you win 10 prizes. Maybe you win just one.
I could use another vest.
Yeah, right? Yours is wet. All the money, 100% of the proceeds go to Rock and Roll for a Cure. So you can go to rockandrollforacure.org and click on the motorcycle and donate right there. Buy your raffle right there, or you can donate directly to the foundation. So check out Rock and Roll for a Cure. It's definitely worth it. You're definitely saving somebody. Helping somebody is worth it all the way. So I had to interrupt you for that and just to put that out there.
I'll forgive you.
Okay. So, guys, we'll give you a couple more minutes, Tony.
As long as you call me Token Squid again. That's
the way you said it before was nice.
Token Squid. Token Squid.
Let's try not to do it romantically, okay?
Johnny's trying his OnlyFans voice.
Token Squid. We're like friends now. Like,
did I tell you about hitting the deer?
You did.
Did I tell you about what happened when I got the new motorcycle and I was riding across New Mexico?
I'm not sure. Tell us.
I was riding across New Mexico on a new motorcycle. The new motorcycle's only 13 years old.
Okay.
So I was riding across. I bought it, didn't have very many miles on it. So I would think I bought it with 25,000 miles or something like that. So didn't have very many miles on it. And I was riding across New Mexico. I was on U.S. Highway 60. Geography lesson. Another geography lesson. U.S. Highway 60 is a 2-lane road, 1 lane going each direction. And it was perfect. It was 83 degrees outside. There was a couple of white puffy clouds. There was just a gentle breeze. There were no other cars on the road. It was just me and the bike and the highway. And it was just perfect until I threw a code.
Oh, that's right. You told us that story. With the code, yeah?
You want me to tell it again?
If you want.
Do you think anybody listening had heard it last time?
Probably not.
Probably not, but all right.
It's a pretty powerful story. So it threw code, and if you don't know what that means the computer on board the motorcycle determined that there was a problem with the engine, and it stopped the motorcycle on the side of the road. When that code occurs, you can only ride 15 miles an hour. The idea is that you can limp home to fix your motorcycle. I mean, that's the premise of the whole thing. So anyway, I got out my phone to try to figure out what the code was, but it didn't have a signal. There was nothing there. I stood up and did a 360, and the only thing that I could see that was man-made was the road I was standing on.
Oh, jeez.
There were no telephone poles. There was no barns. There was no buildings. There was no livestock. There was no. But it was the scenery out there is gorgeous.
But there'd be one deer that'll get in your way.
The deer was a year earlier.
Yeah, so I'm saying again.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Deer's a different story.
Maybe a jackrabbit or something.
Didn't see one of them either. So nothing out there. Anyway, the last town I went through was 25 miles behind me, but there was only 50 people who lived there. So I knew there was no help that way. And I knew the next town was 50 miles in front of me. So when you're thinking about the whole earth is overpopulated, there's a stretch of highway in New Mexico where the towns are 75 miles apart.
Wow.
Anyway.
And there's only 50 people living in each one.
And there's only 50 people in each one, right. Anyway, I limped it down the road, 15 miles an hour, 4 hours more or less.
Oh.
And I get into the next town. The next town's a little bigger. Actually, it was 600 people living in that town. And that town is popular, or so populated because that's where Billy the Kid is buried. Fort Sumner, New Mexico.
That's awesome.
Anyhow, I get out my phone. I find somebody who can help me out. I got a tow truck driver named Alex. Alex and I are still friends. He's a great guy. Anyhow, Alex comes over. He says, yeah, I'll give you a tow anywhere you need to go, but you ain't going to get that motorcycle fixed near here. I said, what are my choices? He said, 100 miles south to Roswell or 175 miles east to Lubbock. Geography lesson, whatever. Anyway, I said to him, well, my next Gold Star family's in Lubbock. Let's go to Lubbock. So just before we loaded up the motorcycle, I said, hey, you know, a really funny thing happened 2 blocks ago. Town is 3 blocks long, right? So 2 blocks ago, at the edge of town, right at the edge of town, I felt the back wheel jump like I hit a pothole or a rock or something. And I'm only going 15 miles an hour. I didn't see anything. Front wheel didn't move, just the back wheel moved. He said, oh, well, let me check it out. And he lays down on the ground, reaches up underneath my saddlebags, and he comes right over to me, puts these little teeny tiny black things in my hand. I said, what the hell are that? What? He said, that's what's left of your wheel bearings.
Wow.
Okay, now, backtrack a little bit. The computer does not talk to the wheels. Only talks to the engine, right?
Yeah.
So if the code doesn't get thrown, I'm going 85 miles an hour on that highway.
And your bearings are going.
And the wheel falls off, catastrophic failure. And when they find me, they'll be picking me up with a spatula off that highway. Anyway, we load up the bike and off to Lubbock we go. We get there, drop the motorcycle off at the Harley dealer, go stay at a hotel. And then Alex, remember Alex? He's the tow truck driver, really great guy. He donated the tow to the charity.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Well, you get to know a guy. You spend 4 hours in cab
In a
with
truck.
him. You're going to get to know a guy. So we got to know each other pretty well, and he donated the $3,000 tow.
Wow.
So that was pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
Wow.
Anyhow,
That
next
is.
day, the dealership calls me up and said, what are we doing with this bike? I said, put in new rear wheel bearings. And while you're at it, put in new front ones too.
Mm-hmm.
And then fix the code. He says, all right, you got something to do? I said, yeah, I got something to do. And I called the Gold Star family, and we went and spent our time together. And it was really, really awesome. I don't know if you've ever been to Lubbock, Texas, but Lubbock, Texas has got one of the most beautiful veterans memorials I've ever seen. It rivals those in D.C. It's just spectacular, just beautiful. Anyway, she gives me a ride back to the dealership. The motorcycle's sitting out in the parking lot. So I walk up to the service manager and I say, hey, bike's still sitting outside. He said, oh, yeah, it's done. I said, it's done. Great. That's super. What do I owe you? Or no. What did you do? That's what I said. What did you do? He said, oh, we put in new rear wheel bearings like you asked. I said, yeah, what else? New front wheel bearings too. Yeah, they were shot. Yeah, great. What else? Nothing. Nothing? No, nothing. What about the code? Couldn't find one. He said, did you look into computer history on the bike? Yep. No code.
That's
Wow.
crazy. That's so
wild.
You
crazy.
had
code.
an angel watching you, my friend.
You think there was only one?
The right one.
Yeah, the
No.
right one. Incidentally, that was Wild West Harley Davidson in Lubbock, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Give them a quick little plug here because the service manager went and told the general manager that they're working on my bike, and they told the general manager about the work that the Gold Star Ride Foundation does, and they only charged me half.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
That's awesome.
So that's
So stay
that's
right
worth
there.
that's worth a quick plug.
We're going to do a quick commercial break. We'll come back with you and we'll say goodbye. All right, so don't go nowhere.
Okay.
Everybody, chill out. How do you do this?
Yeah, we did
Leather Up will keep you safe while looking great with a huge selection of armored and casual flannel shirts. From heated to sleeveless, Leather Up's got badass gear for all riders and all seasons. Leather Up with 3.5 million customers since 1999. Iconic biker brands like Milwaukee Leather and Hot Leathers to give you the largest selections anywhere. Comfort, variety, classic styling, and affordability with free same-day shipping on orders over $100. Visit leatherup.com and use the promo code MAYHEM for 20% off.
There are so many awesome bike rallies all over this great country, which you can find at cyclefish.com. Check out cyclefish.com for a full schedule of events. Cyclefish.com. Please go to cyclefish.com for all the details.
Do you ride? I ride. Hi, Jim Lennick here from Lennick Law in Comac. Your personal injury and estate planning attorneys for over 35 years. If you've been in a motorcycle or any type of accident, call us. 631-486-9500.
We all know that safety comes first, but you don't want to look like your parents are sending you on a bike ride. Here at Micro DOT Helmets, we're focused on lightweight DOT certified helmets that protect and still look great, so you don't have to look like that mushroom from Super Mario. If you do have an accident, we'll ship you a fresh new helmet. Real lifetime warranty, only at Micro DOT Helmets, a veteran-owned business.
Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery. Keys Love Jewelry, stainless steel jewelry for men and women at affordable pricing, guaranteed to never tarnish or turn. And Keys Cutlery, a cut above the rest, specializing in hunting, camping, fantasy, everyday use, and self-defense equipment for your personal safety. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery are both located inside Retro Relics at 2860 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York. That's inside Retro Relics at 2860 Middle Country Road, Lake Grove, New York. Check their websites out at keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. That's keyslovejewelry.com and keyscutlery.com. Got a question? Give them a call. 631-379-1781. That's 631-379-1781. Keys Love Jewelry and Keys Cutlery.
It's the world's only motorcycle rally on a cruise ship. High Seas Rally, October 26th through November 2nd, sailing out of Tampa, Florida, with stops in Bimini, Freeport, Nassau, and Coco Cay in the Bahamas. 7 days of the most fun you'll ever have. Biker dress code, a bike vendor trade show, world-class parties, and this year you can win 4 in 24. Book your cabin now and you'll automatically be registered to win not 1 but 4 custom-built motorcycles, thanks to Law Tigers and High Seas Rally. We hope you're ready to rock. This year we welcome legendary frontman of Foreigner, Lou Graham, Dixon, Airball, our very own party band Steel Rod, and many more. There will also be special performances by the world's only biker comedy hypnotist, Gary Michaels. High Seas Rally, October 26th through November 2nd, benefiting the High Seas Rally Dialysis Fund and Wounded Warrior Project. Go to highseasrally.com to book your cabin now.
And we're back. Well, you don't see us yet. There we are.
There it is.
Wait, no. There we
Nice
are.
to be seen.
Sometimes better than heard.
All right. So let's finish up with Mr. Price over here.
Mr. Squid.
Tomorrow
Ah,
night.
this is Todd Squid. What is it?
Token Squid.
Token Squid.
Todd.
Really?
Todd.
Where would you
Really?
Where did Todd come from?
That's it. I'm calling this show off.
He's asphyxiating himself over there.
Token Squid. There you go.
Oh, my
Tomorrow
God.
night, Husky's Bar in Worcester, Massachusetts. Come out and hang out. Meet me in person. I'll sign a book for you. We'll have a cocktail together.
Nice.
That'll be fun. If you can't make it there, goldstarride.org. You can do all sorts of different stuff there. Or follow us at Gold Star Ride on Instagram or Facebook or all them places.
Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
Very good.
Nice.
Very good. It's very important that
You're a
they
very
follow.
busy guy.
You are.
I am.
You're out there.
You know,
God bless you.
We hinted on it a little bit ago. They say a soldier dies 2 deaths. One when their heart stops beating, and the second one when we stop saying their name.
Absolutely.
That's right.
So today is Memorial Day, even though it's pretty much over. And Memorial Day is, once again, the day that we honor the fallen heroes that are buried in all those national cemeteries coast to coast, and some of them who didn't even make it home.
Right.
So keep that in mind. Enjoy your 3-day weekend. Enjoy your backyard picnic. Enjoy your rides across Long Island in the rain. But try to remember that without them, we don't get to be here. We don't get anything.
Well, you're exactly right, man.
Say that all the time.
Right. So I want to thank you for coming in, man.
Yeah, it was good seeing you.
I would love for you to come
Well,
in.
it's my pleasure. I mean, I only had to ride 500 miles to get here.
I know.
Only.
Nothing.
That's it.
You know, and my reward was a slice of pizza.
And a tsunami.
And a bike wash. And a bike wash.
You can have another slice if you'd like.
And a bike wash, yeah.
So check it out, man. Twisted Cycles is doing their annual sound off. And that's going to be a TGI Friday. When is it, Chris?
Farmingville this Sunday.
This Sunday coming up.
June
From
2nd.
10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Nice.
is the registration. You know, I got a Sinister Sound stereo system on my bike. You guys heard my stereo. Sounds pretty good, right?
Rocks, yeah.
But I don't think it'll compare to the bike,
No.
to the stereos.
Well, you might be able to compete in a featherweight competition once in your life with your motorcycle. I had to clarify that.
I think that's really nice that you have that great sound system on your bike.
Yeah.
But, you know, you never ride your bike for more than 2 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I
It's
did
the
some
same
big
2
rides, my
songs.
friend. I did some big rides.
See, Johnny, this is what you got to say. The one song is Inagata Davida, which is 17 minutes long.
There you go. Thank you.
And then Freebird is the other one.
Well, I believe Twisted Cycles.
That's not really saying all that much.
Twisted Cycles is also a Sinister Sound dealer, I believe. So you can get us there. That's a great system, man. Sinister Sound, I got to tell you.
Yeah, they do some great stuff,
I love
too.
them, man. Go to Sinister Sound. Check them out. SinisterSound.com. You know, they threw a system in my bike that just fucking rocks my world, man. So Twisted Cycles, man. Great place out in Medford. You know the exact address? Brian, put your address up. Right? And check out the Sound Off this Sunday coming up. They're going to wake up the neighborhood over there in Farmingville.
Absolutely.
So, again, am I forgetting anything?
Yeah, their address is 175 Medford Avenue, which is Route 112 in Patchogue.
Right.
They also do pickup and delivery by appointments.
Oh, okay.
That's also good to know.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Should be a bike night this week in the Outback at Robin's Place at Frog's Bar and Grill. That was the old
Red River Inn. Which, by the way, let's say thank you to Robin for yesterday. Doing the Ron
Street
Fair?
Fair? Yes, that was another
Yeah, I got to
great
get back
event.
into that again, man. I missed it 2 years in a row.
It was a great time.
It is a good time, man. She
Yeah,
has that awesome bar that she puts outside.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that was great. No, Robin did. Thank you, Robin, very much for the hospitality.
Yes, absolutely. So I want to say thank you for everybody for watching. Again, I want to thank this man, Squid. Token Squid. Token Squid for coming in.
I thought he was going to say Squid Token.
Squidworth. I almost said Squidworth.
He'll get it right
Usually
soon.
at the end of one of these things, I like to say, wish you were here.
Yeah.
I want to specifically direct that to you.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm tired, but I'm here. But all right, well, I want to say Happy Memorial Day.
Is
And
it really Happy Memorial
It's not
Day?
a Happy Memorial Day. It's today is Memorial Day. And
Never forget.
Never forget.
Nope.
Never. And we'll see you all next week. Well, Wednesday we got the National Motorcycle Mayhem Radio National Show right here. That starts at 8:30 to whenever that ends. Man, we've gone to almost 11 a couple of times.
Wow.
Yeah, and also I'm on 103.9 LI News Radio on Wednesday nights. So go to linewsradio.com, listen live if you like, if you're not in the area, because you're not going to be able to get it in Massive Two Shits. Okay?
I can't?
Nope.
Well, if you go on the internet, you can.
How'd you pronounce that state?
Massive Two Shits. The Boston Red Sox are
Boy,
there.
I thought I had it
Oh,
wrong.
come on now, Miyagi Man. I can't say it right.
No, you want to criticize Boston, but don't criticize the whole state. They didn't do
No, I
anything to
love
you.
Boston.
And I'm going to be in
actually-
Worcester.
Boston is an awesome city, man. Actually.
It is.
That is
Yeah.
a really nice city, man. I will say that.
No,
But,
I remember the time we spent there when my daughter was competing in Irish dance for the World Championships. We went there, and it was just absolute blast.
That's a beautiful city.
It is
Yeah.
a beautiful city. That's the thing is, when you go down a certain side road, I mean, they got blocks about the size of this room.
You just got to watch where you
Yeah.
park your car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Some pretty good St. Patty's days up there, that's for sure.
Yes.
No,
Oh boy,
Those
Can only
parades, I can't
imagine.
even. I don't remember them.
You fall out
they had to be
last
good.
Oh yeah, there was no tents holding me up there.
Anyway, don't forget Fat Boys Burrito, man. They also have a catering truck.
Yes, and you forget you saying Lennox Law.
Of course, Lennox Law. We have a commercial for them.
There you go.
But Lennox Law, man, check out Lennox Law in our building here, man. And he's always on the show. Always come on the show.
Yeah.
So Jim Lennox Law. All right. So go ahead.
Just one thing, because you forgot to mention, a Wednesday night show, 103.9. That is from 6 p.m. to 7.
Thank you.
So
And sometimes Pat's on it.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes I am by your graciousness. It's also on iHeartRadio Radio.
Yeah.
And when that's on, when that show's done, when this show's done, all of it goes on there. So wherever you get your podcast from, we are on iHeartRadio. So please take the time to listen.
Yes. So Pat McDonald's. Pat. That Angry Pat McDonald's.
That's Happy Pat.
That's Happy Pat.
Happy Pat, yes.
Happy Pat.
I think that's fill in the blank, Pat. It just depends what mood is in that.
I know,
day.
I want to make a meme of like the Seven Dwarfs and Pat. You got Sleepy, right? And you got Grouchy,
got Happy.
and Angry Pat. No, Happy's already there. Angry Pat at the end of that. That'd be awesome.
I think Pat's got 3 dwarves built in him.
Oh my god.
Well, people want us to get off, like Anna from the Moonlight's like, are you guys getting off? All right.
Love you
See,
too,
how
Anna.
are they meaning that?
Yeah.
well,
that could go either
sure.
way. Johnny,
Maybe that's a comment on you trying to be romantic toward me earlier with that mispronunciation of token squid.
Token squid. Token squid.
crazy.
These are some nuts. I don't want to end the show. I'm sorry.
I think Anna just wants to put something else on TV and
But,
she's being generous.
Yeah. Right.
It's like,
All right. Well, we're gonna get out of here. we got shit to do. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Got iPads got to charge up here.
I want to thank everybody for watching. Share this show. Share it. Share it. Share it.
Like, share,
The numbers are going
subscribe.
flying high, by the way, lately, which is awesome. Thank you out there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Did you?
Yeah, of course.
You subscribe. Right. I'm gonna look. If I don't
You
see
looked?
it, I'm gonna look to see.
He always does.
I'm gonna look down the
I
list.
subscribed years ago.
Yeah. All right.
So
thank
long
you.
ago I don't even remember.
All right. It's Happy Pat. He said. Pat's happy, by the way.
No, he is.
Yeah.
He accompanied me to DC.
I saw.
It was great.
I saw you guys on
I
the
know.
135.
You freak. Stalker.
I'm
You're lucky to get like spark plugs or ball bearings thrown at your truck.
in my work truck, a big 26-foot truck.
yeah,
And I
Chris,
see the bikes come on from my left. Like, oh, it's Chris and Happy Pat. And I don't know how I caught you guys, but I just truck only does 786. You know what I mean? But I caught them. And I'm blowing my air horn. Brr, brr, brr. And then Pat looks, hey! Chris is like, what the fuck? Oh, it's you.
After the second look, I said that. The first look was like, what?
and then a ball bearer came flying through my windshield.
only one.
Only one.
Yeah, you got to
right, man.
ration them.
Always have Tony Price in the studio with us. It's awesome. Token
Thank you.
Squid.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here. goldstarride.org.
Gold Star Ride-Org, everybody.
You know what? We should all say it together. On a count of 3, everybody just say, wish you were here. 1, 2, 3.
Wish
you were here.
Except for that guy over there. Not that guy. That guy over there. That guy over there.
The one with the Kawasaki.
Oh, yeah. See, don't tell him that. He must throw you out of here in your ass.
Jeez.
That's why his bike...
It's all right. Mine is the only bike in the parking lot.
Yeah, no.
So it's that's all that counts.
His-
Your
in the
bike
back.
is the only bike in the front of the parking lot. We make him park in the back as Kawasaki. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway.
That's cold.
All right, man. Thanks for coming in again.
Absolutely.
Safe travels, man.
Safe travels.
Dry
Thank
travels.
We'll see you next year. Don't forget, everybody. Remember, never forget. All right? Memorial Day, what it means. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, all.
Good night, everyone.
Bye now.
Peace.